Whether you spoke with me during coffee hour, encouraged me after I sang in a church service, inspired me with one of your own sermons, or even just brightened a gloomy day with a smile. You have nurtured me and helped me grow. Thank you. I really began to mature when I started attending this church's religious education program. I want to thank my many RE mentors, Eva Newbold, Martha Weaver, Nancy Arterberry, John Idarosa, and many others for encouraging me to think deeply. You told me stories which taught me the value of someone else's perspective. You exposed me to knowledge, and you supported me when I needed advice. Because of you, I can leave Savannah as a more mindful and respectful person. The biggest UU influence in my life has been Jake Kowalski, who has taught me in both RE and in my own backyard. In religious education, he would always have something to share with the children. He would bring peppermint tea that he made from his own garden, or oranges, or a bouquet of flowers to give away. After I asked him for advice on growing plants, he started coming over to my house on Wednesdays to garden with me and to share his knowledge. While we were gardening, he showed me things that you can't learn through books. How to measure a flower bed with my feet instead of with a ruler, how to welcome the feeling of leaves, dirt, and bugs on my skin, how to take initiative with my plants to improvise solutions to problems that we encountered along the way. And most importantly, he taught me that mistakes are okay. We can always plant something new if something fails to grow, and we can always adjust any measurements if we make some miscalculation. An example of this is the day my mom brought home a rosemary plant. It was really cute, and it was shaped like a little Christmas tree. And I thought it would do better outdoors, so I decided to place it outside. But the bottom of the pot was covered by a cloth, and I didn't realize the holes the water couldn't drain through the soil. So it got completely waterlogged, and it just started to rot. And I felt so awful about ruining the plant that my mom brought home. I couldn't bring myself to try and fix the problem. When Jake came over, he helped me plant it in a spot with sandy soil. It was just this sad mass of rotting, dead plant with a pathetic couple of leaves sticking out of the edge. And against all odds, we now have a thriving rosemary bush in my side yard where the dead one once was. I find myself applying the way Jake taught me to garden to everyday life. I take actions more confidently, and I have less trouble coping with my mistakes. I've learned to deal with pressure by seeing a bigger picture, that even through the strongest hurricane, even if everything in my garden of life gets blown over, trampled, crushed, I can always plant something new again. Thank you, Jake, for growing me along with your sunflowers and sorrel. As far as advice I have for school-aged children, though I'm a child myself, I find that the most useful thing I've learned on my journey to adulthood is the power to change my mindset. It takes a big person to stand back, look at all of their problems, and put them in perspective with the rest of the world, to find a positive light in every negative situation. Though anger and stress don't necessarily feel good, they can be dangerously addictive. It's satisfying to be angry in a way, to pin your problem to a source and vent frustration out to it. I've caught myself many times in an unhealthy mood about something silly, something that I could fix instantly with a change of my mindset. If I'm having a bad day, for example, I could stop and think about things I'm grateful for. I have a roof over my head. My family is healthy. I go to a wonderful school. I have a nice green park in my neighborhood to go lie in or bring my guitar to. Just simple little things that I never really treasure as much as I should. If you develop a coping mechanism for anger and stress, whether that be practicing gratitude, meditating and calming your mind, or whatever else you find that could work for you, I know you will grow up to be a much happier person. Thank you all for celebrating with me my achievements and the many possibilities for what I can achieve in the future.